All right, time now for another Bite with Butch. Coach, we got a few extra days to get ready for this UM game, so let's talk about the park and just coming here and for you to be back where the side of the Orange Bowl used to be.
Well, obviously, the facility doesn't look anything like the Orange Bowl. And, but 11 years of coaching in the Orange Bowl and some electric games and some unbelievable, games, the consequences of them and the value of them and being fortunate enough to be a part of it was, that's a great part of my life. And, so coming back here today, obviously the most important thing was to get our players the familiarity of the ballpark. Where's your locker room? Where do you unload off the buses? Which is our sideline? Which end do we warm up on? And then also one of the things that's obviously a little bit different from a baseball deal is that lights circle the entire field. So now for the first time in most college football stadiums, you don't ever really look at punts and kickoffs that go through end zone lights. And so now, it gave our kids a little bit of a chance to do that. But it was a good practice. We had good energy, and I was kind of very happy with the way the kids practiced today.
We were just talking to Allen. He's promising a lot of touchdowns from his offense, but he says, you know what, they got to worry about the walls. Is that actually something you had to address and go through today?
Well, we didn't really address it as much as we showed it to them, and everything is that the back of the end zone is, I don't know, at best maybe 5.5 feet or something like that. It's a little bit close. Kind of reminds me when I was with the Dallas Cowboys, and then we actually did it with the Miami Hurricanes one time. We played in Old Memorial Stadium where the Baltimore Colts used to play. We played the University of Maryland, and I can remember the back of the end zone, you almost ran right into the wall or you ran into the dugout. So, it's not the first time that you've seen it, but you got to talk to the kids a little bit about it.
Little X's and O's. You guys are obviously coming off that loss to FAU. So this bye week, what is it that you guys are going to try to focus on the most?
Yeah, well, the big thing is obviously we had a lot of kids get some nicks and things that went on in that game. So this is a good week to try to get guys healthy, get them whatever rehab that they needed to try to do, get them extra familiarity. Obviously with Miami, they're a very good football team. They got a lot of good athletes and they're well coached. So, it gives you a little bit of extra time to not only practice about the things that they do, but it gives you a chance to watch a lot of film. So, that extra time, obviously, you don't want to waste it. You want to use it to the best.
You mentioned the nicks and injuries. Anthony Jones, how's he doing? I know he missed last week.
Much better, yeah. He got kicked in the calf in the previous game, and it's just one of those things. Is a little bit of a bruise, and we thought that he might be able to play last week, but kind of a little bit of a game time decision is like, do you want to ask him to try to do it and then re-injure it, and then he couldn't play the last couple of games, so we wanted him to sit out.
Finally, we are in a baseball stadium. So have you tried to pull any strings, take batting practice or anything?
Go in the batting cage, but the ball goes too fast.
Oh, really? So you did take some
No,
breaks?
I went in there and looked at it. But I've been strolling around trying to see if they have a concession stand open so we get like a little hot dog with some sauerkraut on it. This is Bite with Butch. You got to bring something to eat, man.
Listen, I tried telling you, eating on camera isn't as funny as you think it is.
I got you. Well, it's good to be with you, man.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here with you. You know what? Maybe next week we'll get hot dogs or something. We'll pull some strings here at Marlins Park. Coach, thank you as always. Appreciate it.